and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZ. And let's jump into today's episode.
Hello.
Welcome.
And welcome back.
Welcome back, or if you're new.
If you're new here,
thanks.
Thanks for coming. According to Zeee, we are the most entertaining fashion podcast out there.
Yes. I like the other fashion podcasts.
Yeah.
I do.
You just said they're a little dry.
I felt like I was in school.
Yeah. So it wasn't entertaining.
No.
Like I said, according to you, we're the most entertaining fashion podcast, which I believe you.
Yeah.
Because back when I did a little research and was looking into other ones, it is very by the book, one tone, blah.
Yeah.
So come here. Come over to the fun side.
Yeah.
Come over to your fashion friends, your fashion homegirls. We're more like that energy.
Yeah.
Learning from your friends rather than your teacher.
Yeah. We need to get on the Google search though. What is it called?
I don't know.
Oh.
What Google search?
I think we have to do it on our website, but
search engine optimization.
Yeah.
SEO.
Yeah, we need to get on it. Because I typed in fashion podcast. We should be the first ones to pop up.
Yeah. I mean, we have to hire somebody to do that. We're not tech people.
Oh, I thought it okay.
Well, the podcast website is the Buzzsprout website.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be coming up. But if we're not, then we gotta hire somebody. We don't need to learn nothing else. We have learned enough. And it's time to hire people to get it to the next level. Mm-hmm. It's the end of the year. How do you feel?
I feel weird. Like I feel
weird.
I feel a good weird.
Okay, what's a good weird?
I think church is helping it.
Okay.
And I feel like 2024 is going to be. I feel good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt really this going into a year. I always felt like, oh, I'm gonna do this. But this year, I just feel like I'm not even about to set these crazy goals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just keep up with what I got going on.
Right.
So I feel good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't really get into all that. 2024 is when I'm going to be a millionaire. 2024 is when I'm going to do this. Oh, next year. Oh, new year, new me, new... Shut up.
I think...
No offense, but I feel like every minute, every hour, every day is a new day. And you need to take advantage of opportunities as you live. Stop waiting for a new year or a new month or a new day. Like, every second is a new opportunity to be something different, something better. So I don't really get into the whole... time is ticking. This year is my year. Every year is your year.
Yeah.
Every day is your day. Mm-hmm. Just live life. Enjoy yourself. Try to reach your goals every day. Don't push anything off to a new year just because it's December. You're gonna wait until January 1st now. Mm-hmm. Girl, you got 30 days. 31.
Start now.
Start yesterday. I don't understand.
I do think shut up, like you said, but I do think every year you should at least set some goals.
Every day. What is wrong with today? What is wrong with tomorrow?
You can set goals today too, but
the same ones that you're trying to set for next year, just set it for today.
Okay. What do I want to change this year? How did reflection?
Tomorrow. What do you want to change tomorrow?
Reflection.
Why?
Because it's a new year.
I mean, you got 1 second to reflect. I'm just very much I'm not putting anything off for January 1st. If I have a goal I want to reach it by tomorrow. I want to reach it by next week. I want to push for it now. I don't like the whole 3 months left in this year. It's time to,
yeah.
It been time. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know? I get it, but I don't get it. I get it. It's advertising. It's marketing.
Right.
You know? People play into it. It just annoys me that people play into it because, just do what you're going to do. Go for what you're trying to go for. You don't wait until January 1st.
Right.
You still got time.
How was your 2023? Business wise
and
personal.
Business wise, I mean, my whole life is great. It's a blessing. I think business wise, it was also great and a blessing. Personally, it's also great and a blessing. I did a lot of traveling this year. I went to Italy at the top of the year for my birthday. And that was the first time I had been there. So beautiful. Loved it. Want to go back and do more stuff in Italy. Just like not even in the cities like Milan, but like in the desert. Like it's not desert, but like in the parts of Italy that people don't normally go to, which were the most beautiful to me. Like the mountainsides and where you could look over at the water and just see like these really old people just making pasta or living their life. Like that's the life I want to experience, away from the Wi-Fi, away from the hip, young, I want to be with the senior citizens on a boat going to pick grapes or something. Like that's the life I want to live. I don't want to be in the city. Take me away from the city life. But that was a beautiful trip. And then coming back home to, I think after that was like the beginning of the prom season. That was also good this year. I had a really great team this year of seamstresses and interns and people that worked for the store. That was beautiful. I also went to Mexico this year. I'll be forgetting.
Oh yeah,
I went to Mexico in April.
I was like right after
my best friend's bachelorette party, and then came back, experienced her wedding, beautiful Eritrean wedding. Got to experience that culture in a different way. And do the dances and see the proceedings into the wedding and the drummers. It was such a beautiful experience to have. I tell everybody, y'all should go to weddings of other cultures. They be lit. The older people dance all night. It's just such a nice experience.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Summertime, I went to Bali. I feel like I manifested that trip because I was talking the whole year like, I want to go to Bali, I want to go to Bali, I want to go to Indonesia, and ended up getting an opportunity to speak at a fashion event, which I also kind of spoke into existence because I was saying I want to do that this year. Did that in the summer. Another beautiful experience. So I feel like this whole year has been very blessed. Like I've been manifesting, I've been speaking things to existence, I've been really intentional about being happy and enjoying life while I'm living. Unfortunately, I had my friend pass, and into October, that kind of was like a hit on the year. But again, even after that, it's like being intentional about living your life, enjoying your life while you're here. The holidays, I got to spend time with my family, and the holidays aren't over yet. Still have Christmas left.
Right.
But I enjoyed spending time with my family and my grandma and my aunts and my cousins. And yeah, I just feel like this year was a really good year. I have zero complaints, but I usually don't. But I have zero complaints about anything. Like I just feel very grateful for all the life and experiences. What about you?
I think that at first I was like, what a year, like I hate this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But honestly, the year wasn't bad. But then I went back into like everything that I wrote down, and I checked off everything that I did, and I did almost everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice that I did so much.
Child. Oh my god.
I did not know I noticed that I did all of this. That's why I'm like, okay, so I'm excited for next year, because if I just continue doing all of this, like just imagine where I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I had to realize like I'm starting from like the very bottom, even down to like how I'm getting closer with like myself, my family, and I'm learning like I'm just learning a lot about like my background, and just like the girl I was super naive, and I think that my mom like painted this picture like the world is so good, or like she hid like a lot of stuff from me because she didn't want me to stress or anything. But then as I'm getting older and I'm taking care of myself, I'm realizing how hard like being an adult really is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm realizing a lot and I'm growing.
Yeah.
Even though it looked like I'm not nowhere, I've grown so much.
Not nowhere.
Not anywhere.
No, I'm saying, what do you mean? You are somewhere. What do you mean?
I am.
You opened your studio this year, right? That was April this year.
Yeah, I was just at the studio. And every time I walk into the studio, I'm just so amazed. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, like, good thing I took a risk. And my studio was not that much.
Right.
So it's like, I really don't even, like, stress myself, like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this? But I could really go make it in, like, a day.
Right.
So, I don't know. The studio was really good.
I still haven't been invited, you guys, just so y'all know.
It's nothing to invite. And my studio is like a box.
Still, I want to see.
Really?
I mean, I saw videos and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can come if you want. No, but then I gotta organize my freaking fabric. I got 3 big totes just stacked up. Mm-hmm. I want them to be nice before you come.
Oh my God. It's only been 12 months, but okay.
I want the studio to be nice. And I got my LLC. I thought that was like good.
Yeah.
And I just got closer with myself, learning myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, that's it. Yes.
That's it. And I took 2 trips?
Yeah.
Yeah. Each trip was like, wow. Like, I was negative about both of them at first. Then when I was in there just experiencing living life and having a break from, like, the world, vacations are important. Mm-hmm. Definitely want to take more vacations in the new year.
Vacations are so important. I want to be on a permanent vacation. I don't want to come back. Yes, I just feel like sometimes when I'm in other countries especially, it's just like, wow, other people really don't feel this stress and anxiety every day. It's not go every day, every second. Yeah. Sometimes when you go to other, like, you need to get your passport this year. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to go to Aruba for my birthday.
Trying to go to where?
Aruba.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think when you go to other countries and kind of see different ways of life, especially countries that really don't subscribe to the whole 9 to 5, go, economy, money, make money, get this, be an entrepreneur. When you go to countries like Italy in the countryside, you see people just really talking to each other, just walking, looking at the flowers, looking at the plants, enjoying the water, enjoying just a peaceful state of existing. And nobody has their phones out. Nobody's looking or trying to be anything that they're not. It's just like, oh wow, like America's fake.
Yeah. I think that's why my trips was so good too, because it was like so on the go and we're not on our phones and we in like a different vibe. Like each well, I was out of the country like you, but each city that I was in had like a different vibe. It didn't have like that gloomy, dark Philly vibe.
But yeah, I think it's just when you're out of town too, because people who live there might travel to Philly or New York or whatever and feel it's just you gotta be away. Period.
I don't think you're gonna travel to Philly and
no, people be having a good time here. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Working in the bar and I see tourists come, they be having a ball. They do.
It's just that we who live here is just like, why would you come? Why are you here?
Really?
But yeah, that's probably why I travel so much. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
Nothing. I want to travel next year.
Yeah.
What's your goals for next year?
My goals for next year?
Well, what's some goals? Because I know you don't set yearly goals.
Yeah, I want to do... I really want to do a whole summer in Europe, like Italy, Paris, France, just like different places in Europe. I want to do a whole summer in Europe, Greece. I just want to do a whole summer. I also want to get paid to speak more. I want to do at least 5, or maybe at most 5. paid speaking engagements next year. Mm-hmm. I want them each to be 10K plus.
Yeah.
Paid speaking engagements. I want to go back to Bali because when I went for the fashion retreat and then I flew back. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have like stayed like 3-4 days after the retreat so I could have had more experiences in Bali or Indonesia. Mm-hmm. So I want to go back to Bali and really be able to like see more parts of Bali. Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe go back to Dubai, but it's hot in the summer in Dubai. I would have to go in the winter. Like I could maybe go in February or something. Because when I went in 2022 in August, oh my God, it was just, I don't like the heat. I don't know about my ancestors, but
you don't.
I don't understand how I came from Africa. I'm pretty sure I came from Alaska.
You are a cold girl.
I love the cold. I love the snow. I mean, my ancestors, I don't think I look like somebody that came from Ireland or the cold, but I don't understand it. I hate being hot. And Dubai is hot. So I need to go in the winter months where it's like breathable there. But other than that, my goals, I don't know. I mean, my goal every year is to get married and have some kids. I don't know when that's going to happen. But work-wise, I mean, obviously, it's going to come. But if it come when I'm 70, I'm going to be irked. So,
love is love.
Come while my eggs is not dry. Then I want to also in business. I really want to do. I mean, I really, 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 Lord, if you're listening, I want to do $1 million during prom season. So I want to sell 500 gowns for $2,000, or 1,000 for $1,000, and then maybe 250 gowns for 2,500. But I want to have a range where I want to do gowns alone in prom season that get up to 7 figures. So I really need to narrow down my manufacturing for bag stock. And as far as like the 100 gowns that I'm doing custom this year, they're already well over 2,000 in price range. So I want to focus on that. And I think I want to do the prom tour this year, but I want to include
with the designer or just
I don't know. I'm in between either way, but I mean, I'm cool doing it with the designer for this year just to see how they do it and make more connections in that fashion space as well. My goals all the time is to have more fashion business friends. And I think that's a good way to build some connections for sure. Apply to more grants, do more pitch competitions, win them.
It'll come.
Tomorrow would be great. I know it'll come. What day? What hour? Please.
You just gotta keep going.
Yeah. Give me a time frame.
Watch the one pitch. You finally win. The one pitch that you finally win, that's gonna be the pitch that's gonna be better than all the ones that you lost. It's gonna make sense later. Watch.
I'm sure everything makes sense looking backward, but I'm just trying to figure it out now.
The pitch competitions you're doing right now is just preparation for this big one that you're gonna win.
I just be so irked and annoyed, but whatever. Grateful, blessed. But yeah. What about you? Your goals?
Remember how we talked about like we want to do a business? What was it? A business in a business?
I don't remember.
I'm about to say it because I don't remember. But I want to get into like the full blown beauty and events field. So I want to sell dresses, of course, but now I'm into like hair. I've been into like hair like a lot. And I wanted to be like a one.
That's for 2024 though. I feel like that would be.
It's not like a goal. I mean, it's a goal, but I want to start like preparing for it.
Okay.
Prom season, of course. Just I got goals for my brand, so stick to that. My planner, just business stuff, just business ideas and execution, and not just have it in my head.
Yes, execution, literally.
Not just have it in my head. And I want to move.
Me too.
I think I'm ready for this year too. Yeah, I think I'm ready for my. Am I ready for my big girl apartment? House, actually. I want to rent a house.
Oh, I don't want to rent a house. I want a condo. I want to experience. Well, probably because I live in a house right now.
Yeah,
and I'm over it.
Right, you want to experience.
I want to experience the
luxury condo.
The luxury condo life.
Really?
You know, with the big window views of whatever. I guess the city or wherever. I don't know, but I want to experience having a gym downstairs and an elevator and, you know, a door person. Like, I want to experience. I've never got to experience that life. Yeah. So I want to do that at least for 1 year.
Right. I used to want to do it, but I kind of don't want to do it anymore. I guess I don't feel like talking to people.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I guess I want to just come in my house and boom. And I want my basement to be like, I want a basement. So that's why I really want a house.
Yeah, I have one now. It's not nothing. I think eventually, for sure, I'll want that the following year.
Yeah,
I just want to do 1 year the condo life just to experience it.
Yeah,
and then this is what I envision for my life. I want to do the condo life while I'm still like single with no kids, right? Then
okay.
Then when I get married or engaged or whatever, then I can do the house life, whatever. Yeah. And then when my kids turn 18, I want to move back into a condo.
Oh, okay.
So they can't come back home.
Okay.
But I might still keep the house so they can live there. And then I just live in the condo with my husband. Yeah. But I really want to experience that condo life.
You got to live alone before you...
Yeah, of course.
Have kids.
I mean, I feel like I live alone now.
I want you to experience that.
I feel like I live alone now because it's 2 floors, and so I have my own floor.
Right.
So I do feel like I live alone now. Which I'm also, again, tired of. Like, I don't want to do that anymore either. But I feel like I could do the condo life if I was living alone because I would have a doorman and, you know, elevator, whatever, might not get kidnapped. Side note, I was in a Uber yesterday and the Uber driver, male, was listening to murder mysteries.
Oh my God, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, we gotta go.
Like, literally was like, and so he dragged her body up through the woods. And
oh my God.
Then he broke her limbs off. That? I don't know. So then I talked on the phone the whole time during the ride because I'm like, this person trying to kill me or planning on killing me. And then after I reported him because you're a creep.
Oh, wow.
I just wrote like, driver was listening to murder mysteries during the whole ride, which made me uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Don't do that, weirdo. Yeah. And then, like, I'm a young woman, you're an older guy, and you look like you could kill me.
Right.
Absolutely not, sir.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to go through, I screenshot what our top 10 episodes were this year. Podcast episodes. We didn't talk about what's our goals for 2024 podcast. First of all.
Wait, I want to get my book and make sure I set all my goals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking on our platform. Let me look up the picture. And I was like, okay, this is cute. These are our top 10 this year. I definitely wanted to go through. It was just super cute. But say, dang, this picture kind of blurry. You wanted to go through podcast goals, you said?
Hold on, let me see if I say all this stuff and then we can start.
Oh, okay. Personal goals. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I wrote down how I want to give back to, you know how you want to be a motivational speaker. So you want to be a motivational speaker for what? Entrepreneurs?
Yes.
Okay.
And women.
Yeah.
And women in fashion.
So my goal is
in general,
to help kids. I'm on that level yet. I'm not like an entrepreneur, motivational speaker yet. But I want to definitely give back to kids. Start a GoFundMe to help raise money so I can send people to prom. Boom, boom, boom. Wake up at 5 a.m. I've been doing that a lot, but I need to be consistent with it. That's that's one of my major goals for workout, of course. You know, the same stuff. I wrote down read books and study. I want to study like almost everything. Like any area that I'm interested in, I want to like just be so educated in the area. Blah, blah, blah.
This guy said life is about who you know and what you know. He said who you know will get you into the room, but what you know will keep you there.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a bar right there. Like if you don't know, if who you know gets you to a room with prestigious people, but you don't know what you're talking about, then you're not going to have access to that room again.
Right.
So what you know is also very important. So being studious is definitely one of the things you need to do.
Okay. So all the stuff on here is like personal stuff.
Yeah. I think speaking of studying, you know what I noticed about myself, which I've always been this way since I opened the store. When I'm at the store, all I do is study. All I do is watch YouTube videos. How do you edit this on your website? How do you get more sales with this program or platform? How do you build this, link, or how do you do this LLC? How do you get your EIN number? But all I do while my store is open, while customers are walking in and out, is I'm researching things, I'm studying things, I'm learning things. And I think that people miss that part of being an entrepreneur. Like it's not just about opening the business or having the business or doing daily chores. I actively am looking up and learning something new every day while I'm there. Customers aren't packing out the store every day, every hour, every minute. And I'm literally just sitting there like, let me respond to these emails. Okay. Let me check on my website. Okay. Let me research these analytics. Okay. What do these analytics mean? Let me look at what that means.
Yeah.
So that's really, I feel like why I am where I am.
Yeah.
Is because I'm always studying. For sure.
In Atomic Habits, I think he said something like habit stacking. So while you are sewing and that's a good habit stack. So while you're sewing, you learning. So you're doing two things at once. And I've been doing it too. Like when I wake up and I'm cooking breakfast, or when I'm in the car, or like while I'm sewing, I'll be listening to something very positive or educational, watching something educational. The other day, my boyfriend was playing music, and I just was like cringing. But he playing my favorite songs. But I haven't listened to my favorite songs in so long because I'm listening to books, podcasts, like positive things. I'm not even listening to these toxic words and these curse words and these things anymore. Then to piggyback off of that too, at work, they open. I feel like they opened up a restaurant, but they don't have the proper education to run a restaurant. So we was talking about that. Us, the employees, we sitting at the employee table, and something happened with, just something happened. So we're like, how can something like this happen? Right. So we like, dang, they need to take a business class. Like they got it. They got the people to come, but they don't got the education. Right. I'm like, this is why it's falling apart. Yeah. So education is just everything, and I'm so happy that I was introduced to the education part. I'm happy that you told me to like read books and stuff because I'm happy that I'm on this road, and I'm happy I've been in church too, because church is teaching me. It's not just about God, like it's teaching me like how to get through life. Like you do go through obstacles, and it's teaching me how to handle living life, or what life is about. Yeah. And then books is kind of just helping me with like the business side of what I want to do.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I'm happy for faith in books.
Faith in books.
Yeah.
Those are good things to be happy about.
And the motivational speaking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for you because you're gonna do good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I was the first person to notice because I'm around you every day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to be around you every day.
I'm about to say you're not.
Yeah, but I feel like your family, right? I feel like your family, right? They don't see you working. Like I feel like your family is like your family. Like they see you like loving and
like every family.
Like they don't see that side of you.
And they don't see me as loving.
I'm pretty sure they do. They do.
They be like, "Oh my god, you're so mean. You're so curt. You're so da da da." I'd be like, "Okay, bye." And
my family did the same thing with me.
Yeah. All right. Well,
but I just noticed it, and now like you just getting into this motivational stuff. I'm so excited for you, and I'm so happy.
Yeah. I think one thing for sure that Bali taught me was like that the way I speak and what I speak about is really influential and helpful to a lot of people. I never really thought about that before speaking there, but they were just like, wow, like I've never heard it put that way or that point of view, or I never thought that I could achieve these things, but you make it seem so possible, and now I have a route to do it, and now I'm going to. So yeah, for sure. I feel like, I guess this is really meant for me, because the effect it had on them, I was surprised by, but I was just like, all right, y'all, stop crying now. Like, get it together. All I said was 1, 2, and 3, but no, they're like, no, you really changed my life. That was really impactful. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up.
No, you gotta be happy. I can't wait to go to these schools.
These schools?
And help the kids.
Our top 10 podcast episodes. You ready to get into it? Let's get into it. Number 1 episode was Sewing for a Celebrity Story Time. And then it was called Sewing for a Celebrity Story Time, 6-Figure Seamstress Money. This was April this year. The episode, I talked about my experience sewing for a celebrity and how like they didn't want to pay me, and I went back and forth, and it was like a whole thing. That was season 1, episode 25. And then I talked about how you can make 6 figures as a seamstress. And that was our number 1 episode this year. So I was like, okay. Number 2 is fashion business tip, how to get more sales. So in that episode, we walked through the list of was it from the book Contagious? No, it wasn't, because that was
a recent episode.
Yeah.
That was a more recent episode, right?
Yeah. This was August. How to get more sales.
Fairly recent.
Yeah. We walked through the steps of how to get more sales. We were reading like directions, like not directions, but like we went through like a 5 or 6 step plan of how to get more sales. And that was really helpful and influential to people. So that was our number 2. Number 3 is Monica left her interns in charge. Fear of God fashion show, and Is Kanye Married? That was the full title. That was in April. No, that was in May. And that was about when I went to Mexico and I left Daphne and Puda in charge of the store, and they had to do a zipper for a customer, and they were just calling me throughout the whole time. We're just like, okay, well now we have to do this. Is it okay if we do that or whatever? And that was funny. They did a great job and kind of leading on each other. So that was good. Next was designer red flags. Don't go to designers that do this. That was in August of this year. Yeah, we talked about like designers that never reply to your messages, or that are really popular on the gram, but you don't see their work ever, or it was a lot of designer red flags. That's definitely a good episode to go back and listen to if you haven't. Number 6 and 7 is how to not run a business while out of town. Dubai part 1 and 2. So that was the episode where we argued. We had a little tiff on the podcast, just going over like what happened in that. And like, you guys, that episode was recorded actually in 2022. But we didn't come out with that episode until February of 2023.
Really?
We waited a long time to post that. I think we waited until we were over it to post it. But episode 1 and 2 last year, I feel like, I mean, because we did more episodes, it went down to number 6 and 7. But for a long time, those were our highest rated episodes this year. But I guess we came out with some bangers in the second half of the year because we had the how to get more sales and all these other things. Number 7 or 8, who knows? Zee's birthday, opening her own design studio, and then shopping in stores versus online. So in that episode, we talked about all those topics. That was our number, either 7 or 8 top this year. And we kind of went over your birthday goals and what you were doing, and that was really cool. And you talked about all the things that you had did for your birthday, including getting your LLC in the studio.
Yeah, that was a good birthday.
Yeah,
that was the best birthday I did this year. I didn't even do nothing.
You didn't even do, yes.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. The next one, number 9. Sure. Stephanie, how to run a successful fashion brand with Stephanie of the SYFB Academy. That one was a long one too. That one was 1 hour and 10 minutes. That was my episode where I talked to Stephanie, who runs the organization Start Your Fashion Business Academy. That's the organization that I traveled to Bali with to do the fashion retreat. And her episode was really good. She kind of talked about like all the different levels that got her to where she was today, like from starting a jewelry line, then realizing that jewelry wasn't going to work anymore when silver got priced up higher, then starting a fashion line, and then how the manufacturing company ended up stealing her design and selling it to other designers that were also getting their stuff manufactured there. So then she opened her own manufacturing company. Then that turned into her being in different stores and getting on celebrities, and then her opening the academy in 2020. That was a really good informational video. Definitely go back and listen to that if you haven't. And let's see. At number 10, we have Summer Fashion Forecast, Pooh Shiesty Mask Band. Pooh Shiesty Ski Mask Band. So
update. It's actually fully banned now.
Yes, and Philly is fully banned.
Before we talked about how it was only banned on like public transportation, but now in the city banned it, and they were going crazy on
this
Instagram.
Week?
On Instagram, they was going crazy.
Oh, really?
You don't follow Philly Scoop Hall?
Oh, absolutely not. Because I don't want to see nothing.
Yeah, no.
Crazy.
I don't follow Philly Scoop Hall, but I do follow them on one of my pages. I have to unfollow them on that page. But on my Finsta, I don't follow anything negative on my Finsta.
Yeah.
But on my personal page, I do have to unfollow them. But they was in the comments like, no, some people, it was 50-50. Some people was like, listen, y'all young boys is drawing. And then some people was like, oh my God, like this is like fashion. Like I like this. I feel comfortable. I feel protected. What about when this gonna happen? What about, they was like, I'm not even a criminal. I'm just cold.
Are you cold?
Did you see the boy in the news?
No,
you didn't see it. Okay.
Why?
It was hilarious. He was like, I'm not. He was
they
like,
interviewed him in a mask.
Yeah. He like, I'm not a criminal. I'm cold.
That's what he said. Oh, okay. That is hilarious, though.
Yeah. But then, like, some people broke it down as like, listen, if I walk down the street and I see a man in a shiesty man's, I'm gonna think the worst. Like, I'm gonna feel unsafe.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
I mean, yeah, I guess let's see. I hope. I don't know.
I think it's just repeating itself, though. I feel like back in the day they had went through this before, and then they had banned it from like stores.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
history repeats itself.
History definitely repeats itself. I hope the kids stop it because it is the same. Like, I feel the same way as that lady. Like, if I see a whole bunch of kids walking towards me with that mask on, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get robbed.
Yeah.
All right. Like, or if y'all walk into the store that I'm in, I'm thinking y'all about to rob this store. Yeah. Or it just makes you feel unsafe. Yeah. That's literally what you wear to rob a bank.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
let's stop playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, the kids gonna do what the kids gonna do. How do you feel about those top 10 episodes? Are you surprised by any of them?
No, those was all really good episodes.
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised like that the newer episodes is higher than like the old episodes.
You think? The August and September ones?
Mm-hmm. I think I would assume the Stephanie one, that was a good episode, so I would just assume that one would be like that was number 9.
Yeah, I think it was number 9.
Yeah, that should be like,
mind you, we came out with 54 episodes this year, so even more than the weeks of the year. Pat, I would like to thank me for I would pat myself on the back because literally every week, sometimes twice randomly, sometimes twice a week, I would put out an audio. So I'm really proud of even the content. Like, we were able to have that much content from us recording. Like, I think this was our first full year of doing it consistently. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it made a difference in your year, like how your year went?
What do you mean?
Like, did you feel more inspired throughout the year because you knew you had to do this every,
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So Sunday through like Wednesday, I am happy, motivated, or whatever. By the time Thursday come, I think on Thursdays I'm very careless. Friday and Saturdays, I'm over everything.
What?
I'm over everything. So between church on Sundays and the podcast on Mondays, like, it just brings me back to like, okay, stop giving up and stop, like, I don't know, it's just like life just be too much. Yeah. And it's good to have. And what did he say yesterday in church? He said that I forget what words he used exactly, but it was really good words. But it was basically like the cliche thing, like, stop hanging around the environments that you are and hang around the environments that you want to be, hang around the environments that, like, you do good in, like, and they teaching you something. And I was just like, thank God for that. Thank God that I'm in church and I'm here and I'm sitting here and I'm learning everything I need to learn. But thank God that I got my studio. Thank God I come to the podcast. And thank God, like, I come to the shop. Because those are all areas that I just don't feel negative at all. Yeah. And those are, like, when I go to the studio, that's the time where I'm like, okay, I'll really sit down, write everything out. But when I'm home, it's like, to-do list. Yeah. Do this. I feel like I'm just taking care of, like, I don't know.
Responsibilities?
Yeah, responsibilities. And then going to work. You are at work with a whole bunch of different people that's raised different backgrounds, and you have to, like, play a role to stick to a job. But it's I don't know, work is stressful. Any job I ever worked was just, like, a bit much. And what else? Work, and then your social life with your family and friends, that could be a bit much. I don't know, sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really have.
So I'm always happy to be in my creative settings.
For sure. So I don't even think. Yeah. I'm trying to think about this year, like being with friends. I feel like I really didn't do much socializing this year.
I think that socializing, every time I was in like social settings, it was like gossip and messiness or whatever. And I learned what kind of friend I need. And I learned what's the perfect friend for me. Yeah. And that some people are just associates.
For sure.
So being in like the social life, no.
Yeah. I definitely didn't
good to be in the podcast studio. When I'm still motivated, but when we first started, it was like amazing, like wow, like it was just a distraction from life. So yeah.
I mean, how about you? Definitely feel. I think I felt the same way. I think. I think for sure, like the podcast studio is a very positive environment. I feel like I'm always working towards more positive environments, though. You know, like yes, the podcast studio is great. The store is great. My apartment is cool. I definitely want time for a change, though. But hanging out with friends I really didn't do much of this year. My best friend got married, so she been like boo honeymoon stage literally with him. And then my other friends I think became associates. Like I really just wasn't even trying to mess with them like that because they're just not in the headspace that I can relate to. So
that was hard for me.
That was super easy for me. I was just I'm really not.
I just thought everybody I just thought so highly of people. And I had to learn like, and like situations just kept getting worse and worse. Like situations expose people, so each situation kept getting worse, and I kept like the world was trying to show me who this person really is, but I was just so in denial.
I really pulled back from a lot of people this year, which I was perfectly fine with. But you know what I use, and this is a tip for anybody who doesn't feel like they have a lot of friends, especially friends that are where they want to be in life. Listen to podcasts from people who are in the industry or in a place in life where you want to be or that you look up to or that you want to learn from. Podcasts that feel like conversations, like our podcast. For me, it's helpful to listen in on these friends talk about business life, entrepreneurship life, finance life, you know, just people giving advice and having conversations about these topics. It almost makes you feel like you're talking to a friend or listening to a friend conversation. And it helps you feel less lonely. And you're also learning something or getting to listen in on a conversation about a topic that you might not be in the room to ever hear had you not listened to that podcast. Like I might never have a friend that's going to talk about these investing tips in a way that I can compute and understand. But listening to these two Black girls talk about investing, and they're a couple years older than me, and they're just having a normal conversation, laughing about like, "Ha, you lost money on that Apple Play. I told you like they wasn't going to make money, but I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. Next time, do this or try that." And now I'm learning something, but I'm also listening to these two girls that I look up to or whatever. So it helps you feel less lonely, and you learn something, and you kind of attract the vibe of friends like that.
I mean, don't feel lonely either, because
how you gonna tell somebody not to feel lonely?
I'm about to tell you why.
Okay.
They say don't trust somebody that's friendly with everybody. So if somebody gets along with everybody, that's a red flag. So if you are, you know, don't have a lot of friends, you only got one friend, two good friends, you are on the right track. Because you don't play around with your energy. And when you are around like a lot of those energies, or even somebody that I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I know what you're saying. If you're inviting too many negative energies just to keep a friend, then that's not a good thing either. All right, let's wrap up this end of the year wrap up, child. What do you want to say for goals for 2024?
I'm excited about 2024. And I hope you are too.
That's all you wanted to say?
No. I'm excited about 2024. I hope you are too. It's more than I want to say, but I can't think.
I think for 2024, just like every year, every day, every second, every minute, I think everything is going to be a blessing. I'm grateful for everything that 2023 brought me. I'm grateful for everything that 2024 is going to bring. More lessons, more blessings, more everything. I think it will be a beautiful journey, and I can't wait to experience it.
Yeah, 2024 feels like a luck to me. Can't wait for like what's to come. I feel like it's exciting things that I'm waiting for just to play out. So I think 2024 is gonna be great. I want to continue to stay in my do it right now mindset.
Yeah,
I've been like, I don't know, like these past like couple months that I've been on my detox. I see the difference. So do it now. That's all 2024 is about. Do it now.
Yeah, agreed. I think 2023 or every day should be about doing now, but that's not here or there. Because we still got time to do it now. Yeah, you know. Every year.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I said, didn't I say continue to stay in my do it now mindset?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did. Okay.
I gotta, this streak that I'm on, I gotta stay here. I cannot go back to just how
for sure
negative I was. Like, but I understand where I come from. I understand why, but I have to like stay on this path because I'm getting out of the devil. I'm getting
the devil. Getting out of it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, make sure you count your blessings
before you count your money.
Bye.
Bye.